Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to season 2 of Safety with Fat Boy. In season 2, we have a new segment every Friday night. It's going to be Safety with Fat Boy Behind the Fat. Instead of our normal programming, Safety with Fat Boy Behind the Fat, we're going to discuss our lives, things we do, how all this got started. We're going to discuss tonight. And every Friday night, we'll discuss what's going on in our lives. Right now, without any further ado, I want to introduce somebody who's no introduction, Fat Boy.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Safety with Fat Boy. Tonight we have something very special here for you folks. Safety with Fat Boy Behind the Fat. It's going to be every Friday night through season 2. Before we get started, I just want to introduce everybody's favorite one-legged, slanty-eyed Polak, Delbel.
Hello everyone.
Alright, so we're going to jump right into tonight's segment, show you people what it's all about. We're going to talk a little bit about season 1. In the beginning, how did this all start? How did Safety with Fat Boy come to be?
It was 3 weeks ago this past Thursday, and we were all just sitting around the table, and I was eating some Hershey Kisses. And since a little bit, since the whole entire Corona thing has started, I've even changed a lot of things I'm doing a lot. Like, for instance, I no longer bite my fingernails, where I've done that my entire life. And I'm eating these Hershey Kisses, and I'm getting the chocolate on my fingers. And normally in my life, since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, I would just lick the chocolate off my fingers. Because of the coronavirus, I will not do that any longer. And I was getting a little agitated that was happening. And Fat Boy decided at that moment to not only educate me on what this piece of paper here,
The Niggly Wiggly.
the Niggly Wiggly, I did not know that. And he showed me how to open and eat a Hershey Kiss without it ever touching my fingers, and we just decided at that moment, let's show everybody on Facebook. And after we did that night, it just took off from there. Every single night we were coming up with another idea for safety that when it comes to the coronavirus.
And we decided
And
to
we decided to videotape it all.
Yep.
This started, we didn't have any fun stuck into this. We didn't think it was going to turn out to be all these followers and stuff. We have people calling us when we're about to post late or something. This has really turned out to be something bigger than what we expected it to be. So we're going to talk about the origin of our names. Big T
How did we get our names?
and Fat Boy both came from the same person.
Big T and Fat Boy both were born from this man right here, Joshua Kennedy. Joshua gave Fat Boy his name when they were both young in Delaware. I believe the initial name he gave to Fat Boy was
Doughboy.
Doughboy. But Fat Boy didn't like that. He ran home crying. And so Joshua was nice enough to switch that
To Fat Boy.
And then when Joshua came in to live with me in 2007 in PA, one night Big T was born. He just called me T, and from that point on, everybody called me Big T. So that's how he gets his name. That's how I get my name. Now, you want to explain how?
Delbel. So
Delbel, would you like to explain how you got your name?
Well, Fat Boy gave me the name Delbel. Since he came from Delaware, he's been calling me Delbel. So that's how that name came about.
And he also has coined the phrase the one-legged, slanty-eyed Polak. All true. All true.
She's half Korean, half Polish, and she's lost half leg. So next, Tyrone. Tyrone is actually his biological
That's
name.
his birth name. Tyrone is his birth name. A lot of people think it's
A nickname.
a nickname. It's not. Tyrone is his birth name. We know, we have the app. We checked it out. It is his birth name, Tyrone.
Yeah. All right. So so we have a lot of cuts while we're filming this show. A lot of cuts. This is actually our 27th take of this video.
So, some people, when I tell them this and I talk to them about it, they say we're nuts and we're crazy and this and this. But we do. This doesn't just happen in 5 minutes. We have jobs.
Yeah, this takes a lot of
We
planning
go to
out.
work. Adele has things she's doing all day long. There's plenty of time to take naps. So once we get
A lot of
home
research.
at night, when we're doing this, like for instance last night, it was 9 takes. We had to cut 9 times.
9.
Most of the time it's from somebody laughing. Sometimes it's from malfunctioning with the camera and our equipment. Sometimes it's just forgetting what you were going to say.
The biggest culprit for all the cuts
The biggest culprit is me, and it is from laughing.
We laugh a lot.
In our episode with the YMCA and the exercise, we cut quite a few times because I couldn't stop laughing. I do not believe we've ever cut one time because of Del Bell or Tyrone.
No.
Or Bri. We've never.
It's
So
all-
I'm the biggest culprit, but there's been many
I've got
times
quite a
where that's
few.
way off.
Close second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got quite a few
Yeah.
cuts in there. So,
By the way, I just want to mention one more time. Since the very first night with the Hershey Kisses, which, by the way, I didn't at that time eat much candy at all. Since that night, though, to now, because of how the Hershey Kisses had us take off the way we've taken off, I have since that night I've eaten 536 Hershey Kisses. I just wanted to throw that out there.
You count?
500. I count everything. 536.
I didn't
doing
know you
good.
could
I'm
count
proud
that
of you.
I
high.
have
He's
more
bringing it
useless
down.
knowledge in my head.
I
than
never
down
knew
so
you could
I
count that
imagine.
high.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
next, we are going to talk a little bit about Tyrone. So Tyrone has been in a few of our episodes.
Tyrone's a favorite. Tyrone's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go
but
ahead.
there's been girls asking about him. When's he going to be back on and everything?
Yeah.
And so
Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
The
if you're
problem
watching.
with Tyrone is we love Tyrone. We want Tyrone to be on the show. Tyrone loves you guys. He loves us. He loves being on this show. But his lawyers and our lawyers have a little dispute going on. So we've had to pull his page from the credits sometimes.
Sometimes you'll see.
Unless he's showing up.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
his page is in the credits, sometimes it's out. We try to get it in there. We don't want to be sued. Tyrone has made appearances against his lawyer's advice. He has
Yes.
done that for us.
Yes.
But
his
he's looking,
agent did not like that.
he's looking for more money. His agent's looking for more money. His lawyers are working on it. So we're hoping to get Tyrone to be on the program on a regular. However, I'm sure that we will still have cameo appearances by Tyrone.
Yes, yes.
And we thank him very much for that.
So let's talk a little bit about the elephant in the room, folks. COVID-19. This is a very serious issue, and we one of the reasons why we continue doing what we're doing with this whole thing is to bring a little light to this situation. You know,
People are depressed. You know, they have to stay home all day long.
There's a lot of
At
people
least
out
some
there.
giggles.
There's a lot of people out there. There's the ones who are on the side of this whole thing is a hoax, this whole thing is a conspiracy. Then you have the ones in the middle who have decided that, yeah, there's a disease out there or a sickness out there like the flu, but it's no worse than the flu. But because of all the Democrats and this one, you know, you have the Democrats and you have all your Republicans, you have your liberals, you have your independents, and everybody's making this big. But at the end of the day, whether these states have to be closed or not, whether you have to wear a mask or not, people are getting sick. People are scared, regardless of whether they're scared because of the disease itself or because the government is making them scared, or no matter what the reason is, people are scared. You have the ones who are going to say, I'm not wearing a mask and this is going to be over by May or April. But the bottom line on it is there are a lot of people that are scared of this, and there's a lot, and we're not trying to make fun of this at all. However,
We're just trying to make you guys.
we're having fun with it ourselves. We're trying to make you guys laugh. We're not trying in any way, shape, or form to downgrade the seriousness of it.
so we try to have some fun. In a lot of our episodes, we do. These are real safety tips that we're giving you. We do them in a funny way. These are real safety tips, real demonstrations. We use no stuntmen. Okay. And we go through a lot with all the cuts and all the takes that we have to do.
Yep.
There was the episode on safely drinking where we did the demonstration with the soda.
Yes.
We had so many takes. We went through probably about 50 bottles, 2 liters of soda. When we went back to the store the last time, that's why when you see in the video, there's actually some soda on the counter where you can see there's only a little bit left because we already demonstrated with that and had to cut. And when we went to the store last time, all they had was Diet Coke, so that's what we had to get.
And the whole joke going back and forth, that was when Del Bell was in the hospital herself, about the kitchen floor. Well, what you all didn't see was you all seen what you seen, but before that, it was a total disaster with the soda that was all over this kitchen, all over the cabinets and everything else.
But it was clean when I got home.
Yeah, but we did
Yeah.
clean it up
It
before
was
she got
clean.
home.
It
Yes,
was
yes, we
hours.
did. Yep.
Hours to clean that. We actually left it for 2 days.
What?
She didn't know.
It was a day and a half.
Really?
It was a day and a half.
Moving on. We also have made masks. We demonstrated making masks. Delbo showed us how to make masks in episode 2. Episode 4, we showed you how to make disinfectant hand sanitizer in chloroform. We've done episode 12. We did wasp killer repellents, traps, removals. We showed you different things. These are all real tips that can be used, and we're going to be putting all the sanitizer, fatty sanitize, the mask, the Fat Boy chloroform. It's all going up on our website, which is in the making. We have our man behind the scenes who we're going to be contacting, something very special for you folks. A guest appearance by Edward Scissorhands himself over the phone. Going to be contacting him here in about a minute and a half.
And I would like to personally, we want to thank Edward Scissorhands because
Thank you.
we're in New Jersey, he's in Texas, and he has helped us out so much with this from where he's at. The man behind the scenes, setting up the website, setting up the
YouTube.
the YouTube, setting up the group page
on Facebook. Safety
and we are in
Group.
contact with him. None of this is fabricated, what we're saying right now. We are in contact with him all day long while we're working, while he's working, speaking about this, where we can go with this, and there's certain things that he's doing for us, and we want to thank him very much for that.
Absolutely. So right now we're in the process of getting that website up and running. He's going to tell you a little bit more about that in the YouTube page. We have promos going this season, extra promos, along with our Saturday night lights and be our guest star raffles that we have. We also are going to be doing, we're doing Easter eggs because in episode 16, Big T over here had a little accident. He had a pee-pee surprise. With the pee-pee surprise, nobody mentioned this. We thought it was a very odd thing.
We were going
And
to.
you couldn't even take 2.
We were going to film it over again when we got to the end of the filming and they realized what had happened because even they didn't realize it. When we watched this, we've seen that you could see this. So we left it in there thinking it would be a funny thing. However, it took forever for anybody to ever mention that.
Well, because everybody was interested in the eyebrow.
I had the eyebrows that night and I had one gone, which also was a mistake. That was a mistake too. That was not meant to be that way.
It was supposed to be 2.
Until finally the person that mentioned the accident with the pee-pee. Cowell from Howell.
Cowell from Howell.
And she was the only one that did. So this is how we come up with this new contest we have going on.
So the Easter eggs in episode 17, 18, and 20, and every regular scheduled episode besides the Behind the Fat and the What Do You Want Wednesdays. So every other episode that we have besides What Do You Want and Behind the Fat, the fuck do you want, is gonna have an Easter egg in it. Now this Easter egg is basically just something that we don't really mention. We may mention it slightly, but we're not gonna directly refer to it much. It's just gonna be cryptid things within the video that might be funny or odd. That
It's gonna be something that does not fit and should not be there.
Exactly, like the pee.
Anybody who happens to comment on this, the first person that does will win. First person will win a $10 gift card and an autographed picture of the crew.
So that's going to be our Easter egg challenge, and we'll let you know throughout the episodes. We'll remind you, which episodes have Easter eggs. So let's try to get Edward Scissorhands on the phone.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get Edward Scissorhands on the phone right now from Texas.
We also have another promo that I'd like to introduce to you folks. If he picks up, we'll pick up after the phone call. It's going to be for the fans. For the fans, people are calling in and messaging in with different ideas on shows that we should be doing.
Edward Scissorhands.
What's
Hey, what's up, Edward?
Hey,
Edward,
Edward.
we're filming here right now, Edward, and I'm here with Del Bell and Fat Boy, and we're filming right now to our program tonight, and we wanted to call you so maybe we could introduce you to the people, even though you're not here, but you are the man behind the scenes, and you are helping us a lot with this from 2,000 miles away. So if you don't mind, maybe you want to tell the people a little something about yourself and what you're doing.
Just speak loudly, Ed.
Speak loudly.
All right. I'm Edward Scissorhands. I come from the South. You can probably tell that already. I'm just trying to kind of help out and spread the word around. You know, we got the YouTube channel. We're real proud of that YouTube channel. Real proud of it. Getting some good views and subscribers on there. Safety with Fat Boy. And the website. The website is that's going to be the crown jewel here, I think, and that will be the actual link to that will be on the page tomorrow morning. You can look for that and go check that out. You know, it's got some great stuff on there, some good stuff for sale. It's amazing. Along with links to the YouTube if you can't find it. So, yeah, there's that.
Okay, Edward, thank you for all that, and thank you for all your help. And I'm just going to have two questions for you, Edward. Here filming tonight, we explained to the people how we all end up with the nicknames we ended up with. You are Edward Scissorhands, and I don't know if the people can see it, but right there on my phone it says Edward Scissorhands, and it's been Edward Scissorhands for years now. Do you have any idea how you end up with that nickname, Edward Scissorhands?
You know, I'm really not super sure. I'm guessing that was the movie that was out sometime around when I was born.
Well, that was a movie that was out, but the way Edward Scissorhands gets his nickname is from me, folks. I'm the one who gave him that into my phone, and I don't even know if he ever knew that he had that nickname, but he knows now. I have one more question for you, Edward, before we let you go. Okay, I was there the day you were born, okay? They say everything is bigger in Texas.
Oh,
Is that
jeez.
true? Because I was there the day you were born, and I got to tell you, I'm having a hard time with this.
Almost everything is bigger in Texas, I gotta tell you. Almost everything.
Okay,
Almost
all right, we're going to go with
everything.
almost everything.
Almost
Hey,
everything.
listen,
Thank you, Edward.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and keep up the good work, and we'll be talking to you, buddy. All right, boss. Yes, sir.
Edward Scissorhands, everybody. That's a very
And that's
special,
the man behind the scenes that you see in the credits.
very special guest for you folks tonight. So, speaking on our new promo for the fans, fans are messaging in with a lot of ideas about episodes that we should be doing on safety, and we're taking all of these ideas. And every Tuesday, starting this Tuesday, we're going to have a raffle. And every Tuesday, we're going to pick one of these ideas out of the raffle, and we're going to perform this episode
You
for
people,
folks.
use people, give us the ideas of, let's do a program on this, let's do a show on this, let's do safety on this. We're going to, all the ones we get in during the week, on Tuesday, we're going to, or I'm sorry, on what day? On Tuesday.
Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays, we're going to pick one of those out, and we're going to then set up a program to do a bit on whatever that safety feature was that you sent in.
And if you send an idea in and we don't get to it within the first week, your ideas will be in there the next week. We're not throwing your ideas away. We're going to reuse them. So everybody's idea will be gotten to in good time.
I want to real quick mention one other thing. Wednesday night, we had a winner that we picked of the question that was sent in Wednesday night
Yes.
that we decided was the most interesting question. And that was from Rachel from Newark, Delaware. We are still waiting for Rachel to go ahead and message one of us.
Get
her
a hold of
address.
us, Rachel.
Rachel,
The fuck
we
do you
want,
want?
what do you want,
Rachel,
Rachel?
the
We
fuck
want to
do you
send you
want?
your $10 gift card and your autographed picture of the crew. But if you don't send us your address, you're not watching, Rachel. I don't like that. And we have the app. We know you're not watching. So
You
yeah.
liked it.
Giddy up.
All right, so we got Safety with Fat Boy merch coming. Terry from Newark, you do not get credit. Okay, we've had this in the making for quite a while.
That's correct. Terry, you get no credit for
No
anything.
credit.
And I also want to say I was in contact with Terry today. Terry won the contest last week of the name we picked to come here and
Be on the show.
be on our show, be in one of our episodes, free room and board for a night, a bathroom of his own, free continental breakfast in the morning, then he gets the fuck out. And I want to let you know that I've been in contact with Terry, and he will be appearing soon.
Very soon, very soon. So we have the Safety with Fatboy merch coming. It will be available on our website when we get all the kinks worked out with that. There are a few legal issues we want to take care of first. So we will have some Safety with Fatboy merch ready for you in the upcoming season. Next, I think we should talk a little bit about Del Bell here. Del Bell had a real hard season.
In season 1.
Season 1. There was a lot of things that went terribly wrong for us here.
And they had to improvise.
First, Del Bell's son was in the hospital with the coronavirus.
Yes.
Correct.
And then Del Bell herself was in the hospital too. So we want to thank Del Bell very much for every single moment that she did have away from all that to still be appearing on our show.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Still being
Yep.
involved.
We
Even
love her.
from the
We love
hospital,
Del Bell.
she was involved. She was giving us ideas. She was a
Yep.
part of the show.
Yeah, we
Even
love Del.
from the hospital.
Even with
From
one
the
leg and
hospital,
slitty eyes and being a Polak, we still love him.
Yes, absolutely.
537.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about our personal favorite episodes. Now, we've had a lot of episodes that were very fun to film. T, would you like to start?
My favorite episode we did, and I don't remember the episode number, was the switcheroo. When I was playing Fatboy, Fatboy was playing me, and Del Bell was being played by a special guest star that night, which we're gonna give that person credit right now. Teresa from Manchester, New Jersey, played Del Bell that night, and to me, even though we only cut a few times because of my laughing, in my head that whole entire time I was laughing about it. I laughed about it the next day while I was working, and that was my favorite episode that we did so far.
That was a very good episode. That was episode 10, Safely Eating Ramen. That was episode 10.
And we did that safely eating ramen for you, Ed, from
Ed.
Arcadia, Florida.
From Arcadia,
The
that's
fuck you
right.
want?
That's right.
My favorite was these two playing females, and I was. Do you know
The
how many
exercise.
takes that was?
A lot of people
The
don't.
exercise
A lot of
episode.
once again behind the fat. A lot of people don't know Fatboy wasn't playing.
He really dresses like that when.
I wear a thong from time to time.
Next, we keep
That was the
telling
exercise episode,
20
episode 17.
Those
Go check
were
it out.
not my underwear.
Go
They
check-
were his.
2020 was 6 months ago, folks. He's still wearing the glasses. Come on.
All right.
Next,
I had a lot of favorite episodes. I really gotta say, probably my favorite one to film was probably our first What Do You Want Wednesday. That was so fucking funny. A couple of the times, myself and T over here had to turn away from the camera because we almost lost it and had to cut. Del
I
Bell here is
wasn't
hilarious.
here.
we hope.
Oh, the first one. I'm
The
sorry.
very first
The
one.
very
I'm sorry.
first.
The very first one when Marcus from
Marcus.
Alabama, I think it
What
was.
the
It was
fuck
Georgia.
do you want,
It was
Marcus?
From Georgia won the $10 gift card because his question was, what happened to Del Bell's life?
Yeah,
Anyway, yeah, so
that was very
that
fun
was
to
funny.
film.
Yes, yes.
Definitely one of my favorite segments. But we have a lot of good episodes throughout the years. We've done Diddly Schmoygan.
Throughout the years?
The years. I
Okay.
said the years.
He did say the years. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
We did the Safely Eat Ramen. That was a real good episode. The hair episode. There were two hair episodes. The one hair episode, Del Bell stole the show. She made dinner. The second hair episode was really fun as well. See, me and Big T have been playing practical jokes on each other for years. Okay, so we wanted to do an episode where I cut his hair and I shaved his eyebrows off.
And again, I had to keep it together because
could
I
not-
did not know that was coming.
We could not
And do
redo
a
that.
second
And
take.
I knew sitting in that chair that if I would have reacted to that at all, that we could not have redone that. So yeah, that was something that he did on his own. Stay tuned for further episodes when you will see something done to Fatboy. Next,
Yeah. So. So those are our favorite episodes that we've done so far. There's going to be a lot more fun episodes for us and for you folks at home. A lot more laughs coming in season 2, so stay tuned. We have the Safety with Fatboy movie that we want to announce. We mentioned it briefly in season 1. The Safety with Fat Boy movie is a real thing. It will be out somewhere around season 4. We're anticipating at the latest the end of season 4. We're gonna have a trailer for you by the beginning of season 3. The Safety with Fat Boy movie is gonna be called Safety with Fat Boy Blazing Safety. It's gonna be a very special movie for you folks. Coming to a Facebook near you soon.
It's going to be a hoot.
A hoot and a holler.
A hoot and a holler. Now, and I just want to mention one more thing. We ended season 1 last night, and let you know to keep an eye out for season 2 to start. And our idea was to take 2 weeks off.
We were
and
gonna
take
have
a
a
little
lapse.
break. However, immediately we started seeing
Sad
crying faces,
faces.
and then we got
We
threats.
received quite a few threats.
One
breaking our
person
legs.
threatened to put us in wheelchairs.
Another person threatened to kill us.
Okay, so we decided this morning that's enough of that, and we filmed the commercial to start the season now. So that's
you
why.
don't need to stop by Santiago.
Yeah, no. If who said you, Santiago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And JT. I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
We got you. We got you. So in closing tonight, I hope you enjoyed our segment, Behind the Fat. This is going to be a continuous thing. I don't think it's not going to be the exact same every week.
No, every week we're going to discuss anything that might have happened in our lives or what's going on.
Yeah, some very we have some very special episodes coming for you. We don't want to ruin anything, but
And hopefully, once again, hopefully we can get Tyrone's lawyer and agent and our lawyers and together and come to an agreement where Tyrone could also be
Be a
here
full-time.
Full time.
yeah, he will be appearing in season 2.
Now,
we
one other person I want to mention who's now new to the crew is not in the picture because he was not on the crew when the picture was taken. Is Bri, who is now the man on the scenes whenever we need a winner pick. Rachel, no Delaware. He picked your name, Rachel. Where are you? So I want to mention Bri also, and Bri got his nickname from me.
Okay.
Next.
So that's gonna wrap up our show for tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed. Join our page, Safety with Fat Boy, our group on Facebook. If you don't know how to join directly, contact one of us and we'll send you an invite. Subscribe on YouTube. If you don't know how to make a YouTube,
I just want to interrupt 1 second. I think we do have Bri and Tyrone here.
Oh.
Bri, come on over. Come on over, Bri.
we got something very special for you. Come on in.
Tyrone!
Hey guys, how are you guys? Hey.
What's going on, Tyrone?
Hey, everybody.
Bri, over here.
How
Come on
are
over
you?
here behind. Come on. Oh, no witnesses.
How you doing?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
What's up?
So here we do have here the whole crew, okay?
I can see your face.
Right.
We do have the whole crew here, okay? It's us 5, and hopefully we can go full time with us 5, and hopefully we can go full time with us 5 in the future. But thank you so much, Tyrone and Bri for coming on.
You're not welcome.
Okay, all right, thanks guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Okay, folks. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this week of Behind the Fat.
If you don't know how to subscribe on YouTube, look up a video on YouTube of how to subscribe. They'll tell you.
It says subscribe right there.
It's free.
Yeah, hit it.
It's free.
And I
What are
think
you
you
doing?
put your.
What are you doing? It's free.
Yeah.
What's the
But
matter with
it's
you?
free, but I think you put your email.
Okay, so we're gonna close tonight. Join us tomorrow night for episode 2, season 2 of Safety with Fat Boy. So before we leave tonight, I just have 2 more things. Pibbity, popcorn player. Everybody have a great night and a pleasant tomorrow.